Alex! Yo!
How are you?
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Happy
Good.
Wednesday.
Yeah, happy Wednesday.
How are you holding up through all of this quarantine stuff?
I'm actually doing pretty good, surprisingly.
Yeah.
I'm a very at-home type of person, so I don't leave the house much, regardless of the quarantine. So
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of thriving, to be honest with you. So
Me too, man.
yeah,
We're like some of the lucky ones, I feel like, because for me personally, like my living situation is ideal. I live with my boyfriend and my dog, and that's it. So I
nice.
have someone there if I'm feeling a little lonely, but we also don't have any children yet, so that's nice. I wouldn't have to deal with that, which
Totally.
I can't even imagine, like moms and dads having to help teach their kids at home right now.
Yeah, I mean, I all respects to those that are out there with like newborn kids and
Yeah,
like I can only imagine. So
it's crazy. But yeah, I mean, mentally, I'm doing pretty good, which I know a lot of people are kind of struggling with being at home all the time, but
totally.
um, I'm glad you're doing good too. Are you working? I'm assuming you're working on new music while you have all this time on your hands.
Yeah, it's like every day I wake up and do something totally different because some days it's like, we figure out a video to make, or some days we're figuring out maybe a music video, or some days we're doing music. But yeah, I'm using the time to really, I've always kind of taken the most advantage of my time wherever I was. I mean, I remember being on tour and like it was maybe an off day and I was chilling on the bus and I had my laptop and I was working. So I like to work in kind of uncomfortable situations. It's like
Yeah.
that's my way of like coping with things. It's like my comfort food. And so, obviously it's more comfortable. I'm in my house and stuff. I have my setup here and all that. But the whole uncomfortable nature of like being locked inside and this
Yeah.
thing is like kind of motivated me to just kind of get even more to, up to par with my skills and stuff. So yes.
I love that. What's something new you've learned while being at home?
Um, I think it definitely shows that like what I've learned is it's important to find new things to learn. There's always room for growth, and when you have time, you can really use it in your advantage. So like for instance, like I wanted to learn the guitar really bad, and it's been something that I've kind of put off for years and years and years.
Yeah.
And now I've taken this time to kind of study it, really grow this like this obsession, this type of skill, and that's something. But the other thing is like I hope to when everything kind of gets back to a somewhat new normal, to make time for those same types of new habits. So that's kind of
Yeah.
yeah.
Right on. I'm with you on that too. I've been working on my Photoshop and like video editing skills, and I feel like I've started to get a little bit better from what I was doing before all this started.
Right.
And I've actually picked up the guitar too. I'm trying to learn like a couple chords at a time and then kind of go from there.
That's great. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't it enough. Those types of things. I think I'm gonna learn like some Adobe programs as well. So like I'm just using my time as much.
Yeah, it's been fun. And honestly, like YouTube is your best friend when it comes to that kind of stuff. Because
Oh,
literally, I'm just like, okay, I want to do this. How do I do it? And I
yep.
literally just type in how to add black and white filter to Premiere, and
Got
boom,
it.
pops up a video.
Exactly.
Question for you. Were you in school during all of this? Like were you taking courses or anything like that that have been canceled, or like what's your background besides the music that you're doing
So
right
yeah,
now?
I'm a well now I'm a sophomore in college, but I was a freshman.
Photoshop and like video editing skills, and I feel like I've started to get a little bit better from what I was doing before all this started.
Right.
And I've actually picked up the guitar too. I'm trying to learn like a couple chords at a time and then kind of go from there.
That's great. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't it enough. Those types of things. I think I'm gonna learn like some Adobe programs as well. So like I'm just using my time.
Yeah, it's been fun. And honestly, like YouTube is your best friend when it comes to that kind of stuff. Because literally, I'm just like, okay, I want to do this. How do I do it? And I
Yep.
literally just type in how to add black and white filter to Premiere, and boom, pops up a video.
Exactly.
Question for you. Were you in school during all of this? Like were you taking courses or anything like that that have been canceled, or like what's your background besides the music that you're doing right now?
I'm a well, now I'm a sophomore in college, but I was a freshman in college.
Ah,
So yeah, towards the tail end of the year that this whole thing kind of hit, and they called it early. Like we were one of the first like call off. So I mean, I remember the last day I was there. I had a friend who was doing had a film premiere or whatever, and it was like a busy day. Like I had to do a bunch of stuff, and then everything slowly but sure, like I could watch the things start to cancel, and the emails come in of just like, oh, it's going down, it's going down, it's going down. So yeah, I mean, I'm appreciative that I can do school from home, and I've done 2 years of school at home before
oh, okay.
things. So I'm accustomed to it. I know what's going on as far as, doing this whole like online learning thing, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's still weird. I really enjoyed being with some people at school and just kind of having a community there. It was the first time
Yeah.
I felt like I had some friends at school, so it's a bummer, but I'm making the most out of it. I still keep in touch with them.
That's good. Do you have any like advice for students that are maybe watching this video on how to maybe like I don't think school is in session anymore. I could be wrong. But do you have any advice for students that are like coping with this online learning? Like maybe it's something that you do to prep for a subject or an exam or a test, since you have like this at home school background. Like what advice would you give for students kind of dealing with this for the first time?
Totally. So I mean, like I've had a unique upbringing with education as well, with like just doing the whole music thing at the same time. It's always been something that I've kind of adapted to from young.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I remember having days off because I had to go do a show in, wherever and travel and still get assignments done. So the thing is, the best thing I can say is I work best off a list. My mom knows this because she, for those 2 years of online school and up to now, she's like very like, okay, get a list together for the day, because it can get very overwhelming very quick.
Yeah.
And I know that, if I have something, it's always been this, I have something that's like this big to do and it may take 20 minutes. The more I wait on it and the more it's like up in the air, it becomes even bigger and bigger and bigger. So the best thing I can say for any students or really anybody out there that has certain things that they need to complete, I would say make a list every day, take it day by day. Don't try and be a hero and get things done that should be done tomorrow, or don't procrastinate. Do things on time. Keep yourself to that schedule, and then that way you slowly build up on a nice little pace. So that's, I guess, my advice.
I think that's great advice. That's what I do too. Like even, in the workforce, if you will, like I haven't been in school in a really long time, but there's still a lot of daily things that you have to get done. And now, being at home, your environment's changed, your tools are different. And yeah, in order to kind of just stay organized, you got to just, what's the most important thing? Put that at the top of the list and then just go from there.
Exactly. Just get everything done that you need to do.
Yeah. Well, let's talk some music. You've been releasing some awesome stuff the last few months, and you're doing what, every 3 weeks you're releasing a new song or something like that?
Right, that's right. So every 3 weeks, I mean, like, look, I took a year off of releasing music in general. We did like this whole little production deal, and it required me kind of not releasing anything and going off the grid musically. I mean, obviously, I was posting, I was keeping in touch with the fans and all that, but this was more so a situation where it was like I needed to kind of get away from releasing and almost set a mark for me to be like, this is a new thing, this is my new song, these are my new songs, this is my new music. And so that's kind of what that year gap was.
Okay.
And I have so much music. I have a folder of about 30 something songs that I know I want to put out into the world.
Yeah.
And obviously I mean, tons of music otherwise, but these are 30 that are like, I know for a fact they're going to be out there. They need to be out there. They need to be heard by people. And so now I'm in the process of just kind of putting those out one by one every 3 weeks. And the 3 week thing has been really fun so far because it's like, I don't know, it's been like you get to give the fans like a status update of where you're
Yeah,
in life musically, and they both kind of, those two things run side by side for me. So
for
I
sure.
that, I want to keep it current. I want my music to be, obviously have a longevity, but it should be something that is constantly updated, constantly, like it should be like an Instagram post. Like my
Yeah,
music is a timestamp for people that to check in where I'm at. So I think that that's kind of what the 3 week lineup has been for the music.
fun. I love that. And you're releasing something tomorrow, right?
Yes. So on Thursday, I'm doing, which is tomorrow, I'm releasing the music video. This is usually how we do it. We rock the music video like tomorrow night at like, I think around 8 on my YouTube page,
Okay,
.com/Alex Angelo.
there we
And
go.
all the record will be out on, streaming services on Friday. And so that's usually how it goes. And yeah, I feel good now. I feel a lot better now releasing music because I lost my Twitter account for a little bit, like this past week, a couple days, but I got it back like
Oh,
today,
good.
a couple hours ago. So
Did it,
we're
it got hacked or what happened?
regularly scheduled programming, thank goodness.
Did someone hack it or what happened?
Yeah, somebody hacked it, and I got the email in my personal email that was like, "Hey, somebody from California logged into your email," and yeah, it was stressful. But we
What?
shout out to Twitter. We had a great little like connection there that somebody hooked up for us. So
Well, that's good.
yeah.
So what's the name of the song you're dropping tomorrow, and what's the vibe of the record?
So the song I'm dropping tomorrow is I Love. It's kind of like if you've heard Mirror, like it's kind of trappy and like, R&B inspired, that type of thing. And so it's kind of that same vein, and it's definitely a vibe. Like I've loved this one for a while. This has been one. It's funny because I can write something and it could be out in the next week, and people wouldn't know the difference of if I've had it in the folder for 3 years. So
Okay.
hilarious. So this one has been for a while, and like something like Out the Dark was written maybe a month ago, and it's
Yeah.
days. So this one is one that has held up throughout all of the writing, all of the production, and like we still love it so much. Like it's the first day that I wrote it, and so that same excitement hopefully will carry on into the release of it. So My Love, that's the song coming out, and I'm pretty pumped about it.
Awesome. Well, we're looking forward to that. Is there any music that you're listening to right now that's kind of like inspired you to do all of these new music releases and all that stuff? Maybe just something that you like to vibe to when you're not creating your own music.
Absolutely. Usually when it's funny because I feel like I can listen to music for different purposes. Like at times I can listen to music legit for the purpose of work, and I feel like it would be like if I wanted to write a song like a certain artist, I could surround myself in the singles and the albums of that artist, and then at the end of the day, like wake up the next day and write that song, like a song very similar to that.
Okay.
I'm doing that. Like if I want to listen to Ed Sheeran for a couple days and write an Ed Sheeran type of song, I totally could do that. There was one week where I wanted to write a Bieber song, and I friggin' listened to Bieber all the time, and it was hilarious because people were trolling me, but it's all good. But I would say in my personal time when I'm like listening just for the purpose of listening, I've been listening to like a lot of like indie rock recently, like that type of stuff, like Tame Impala. There's a band in Nashville that I listen to. I forget what their name is. Damn, I forget. They're like a new band, and it's pretty cool. But Toro y Moi, like I listen, like all my range is like all over the
All
place.
over. Yeah.
Give you artists and stuff that nobody would know, and I could get really nerdy about it. But that's right now. I'm doing a lot of alternative, indie pop type of things, and that's kind of been my vibe recently.
Right on. Well, we love it. And we're very excited for the new music this week and the music video tomorrow.
Yes.
Before we wrap up, is there anything else we should know about coming from you in the near future?
I'm gonna be doing my podcast probably this week, which is a good.
Okay.
Again, it's just because the Twitter's been down, but now it's back, so I'm good to go. You can follow me on TikTok. I'm posting on there every day now, which is hilarious. I fought it for the longest time.
Yeah.
I didn't understand it. I thought it was like for really, really like young kids or whatever, but now I feel like it's honestly it's like it's everybody. Everybody's got TikTok, and if I'm not in it, then I feel like I'm losing. So I feel like I need to be in. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. But I mean, here's the thing: I have my stuff set up right here. I'm totally willing to sing a song for you if you want.
Yeah, give us a little something before we wrap up, for sure. I would love that.
All right, I'm gonna sing the last single that I just put out called "Mirror," and
Okay.
I have my guitar right here. You can hear my guitar
Woo!
just picked up recently.
I
Um,
can't wait. How? Ooh, let me
hopefully,
pull it up a little bit more. Let's see what it looks like.
yeah. Here, let me show you what we're rocking with right now. This is usually, excuse the mess a little bit, just
Oh,
because
you're fine.
I've been doing a lot in this room with like a bunch of different stuff, but this is how it looks. So this is what I see. I see my keys right here. I got
Cool.
like my little desk set up for these streams and stuff. And then there's the desk. That's where the magic happens, and the magic being sitting there and making music for hours and hours and hours. And then I have the green screen right here that I do the podcast on. So
Very nice.
it's all over the place. This room is multi-purpose,
I
multi-function.
love that.
Yeah, we take advantage of our space here. So, all right. So let me sing a little bit of this for you, if you don't mind.
Not at all. Please do. This is called Mirror, yeah?
Yes, this is called
Okay.
Mirror. Here we go. So you've been running round, running round, running with your so-called friends. When you get home, you're telling me that they're all pretend. Yeah, and I know that you think that you're different from them, but I promise you that I'll be honest with you till the end. So I'ma tell you the truth, even if it's hard to understand. Looking in the mirror,
Uh-oh.
mirror, right. You're looking in the mirror, mirror, right. And I seen it in pictures, and I seen it when we should, and I seen it one too many times. You're looking in the mirror, mirror, right. You're looking in the mirror. 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 So you've been running round loud with your so-called friends. It was the last verse when you said it was all gonna end. Oh, baby, you said you were cutting them off. I knew from the start that you would be lost. So contradicted the way you play around with words, despite what you have heard. You're looking in the mirror, mirror, right. You're looking in a mirror, mirror, right. I seen it in pictures, and I seen it when we should, and I seen it way too many times. You're looking in a mirror, mirror, right. You're looking in a mirror. You're looking in a mirror. You're looking in a mirror. You're looking in a mirror.
Woo! Everybody's clapping. Vibes. I love it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
You're very welcome. Thank you so much for sharing. And I thought we were going to get disconnected for a second because of the music situation on Instagram, but we didn't, thank God. So we got the whole song. I love it. Well, that was awesome, Alex. Thank you so much again for having some quarantine time with us, and we're looking forward to all of the new music ahead.
Thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon.
Take care of yourself. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.